Good evening, men. This is Mr. X coming to you from an undisclosed location somewhere in North America. I'm Mr. X, author of Mr. X's Fun Guide to Divorce for Men, available at Smashwords. The link's down here somewhere. Tonight, let me tell you something, men. My book is going to cost you less than a ticket to the movies, but it can save you thousands of dollars and years of grief. Don't forget that. Tonight we're going to be talking about visitation rights. But first, let me say something about child support. Is Mr. X suggesting you shouldn't pay child support? No, absolutely not. You got to do what's right for the kids. But the point is this. When you do something because you want to do it out of your heart, that's a whole different thing than being ordered by the court to do something. When you got a legal gun to your head, it's a very, very different life. When you sign that divorce decree, in there is going to be the child support stipulations, and there's also going to be visitation. Now, if you've got an ex-wife who doesn't interfere with your visitation, doesn't use the kids as a pawn, count yourself as very, very lucky and do everything to nurture that relationship and keep it that way and keep it smooth. If that's what you got, that's great. But what if you're one of the guys who doesn't have that? What if you're one of the guys whose ex-wife uses the kids as pawns? What if you're one of the guys whose ex-wife stops you from seeing the kids, or doesn't have the kids there when you're there to pick them up, or comes up with excuses at the last minute? Now, if you go to court and say you didn't pay child support because you weren't getting your visitation rights, that's not going to work, and bad things can happen. You could be incarcerated for a short period of time. You could get a warning. In some states, you could lose your driver's license, professional license. Excuse me, I'm getting angry. You could be sent to jail for a long time. Here's a Mr. X tip. Go on the internet, look up the child support collection agency in your area. Call them up and ask, what happens to a man if he's in arrears, if he's delinquent? What are the penalties that he could face? That's something you should do, so you know. Okay, here's what some women will do. And again, go on the internet, get my book, check with men's rights groups. Some women won't have the kids there when you're there to pick them up. In this separation agreement, one of the things you're going to work out is the terms of visitation. When you see them, for how long, on weekends. In some cases, they're going to have what they call supervised visitation. They're going to say you can't see your kids unless there's somebody else there. In some cases, they even make you go to the courthouse to see the kids, and you have to be observed. Now, if you were a kid, would you like seeing your father at the courthouse while a couple of people are watching you, and that's your 2 hours with Daddy? This is serious stuff. Get my ebook. Be very, very honest with the people that you're involved with. You don't want a future like that for yourself or your kids. Okay? You understand? Go to Smashwords. I think I heard something, man. This is Mr. X, signing out.